my name is Bianca and welcome back to my channel, and today I will be sharing with you my recent reads. So first I will show you what I am currently reading. I am on page 402 of the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, and I am listening to the audiobook for this. And I am also on page 128 of The Horse and His Boy, and this is my physical read. Between February 13th and March 24th, I read Dreamology by Lucy Ketting. I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars because I personally didn't enjoy the main romance, and I thought it was too instant love, fake. It just didn't feel real, but I really did enjoy one of our side characters, Oliver, who kept me very interested in the story. On March 25th, I read The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. This is a poetry collection and I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. As you can tell, I had quite a few poems that I enjoyed and tabbed, but with it being a collection, there were those few that I didn't enjoy, which is why I couldn't give it 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was between March 24th and March 30th, and that was Mother Tongue by Julie Mayhew, which I ended up giving 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book, and it was a great growing up story for our main character, Dara, who is trying to recover after her sister is shot dead in a school shooting. This takes place in Russia, which is somewhere I haven't read a lot about, and so that was really interesting, and it had a really cool family community aspect to it that I wasn't expecting, and I really did love the main character in this story. The next book I read is Love and a Lotto by Jenna Evans Welch. This book I read between March 30th and March 31st and ended up giving 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved our main characters, and the setting was beautiful. It was all just so perfect. So our main character, Lena, is in Italy to live with her dad for the summer after her mom dies. It's her mom's dying wish for her to live with her dad, and so she goes to Italy to fulfill that wish. But she ends up really meeting this guy she likes, and it's just an incredible story, but it's more than a romance. You get to see Italy, you get to see a little bit of mystery on how she's trying to figure out how her mom lived in Italy and who she was really in love with, and it's just a really great growing up story. On April 1st, I read How She Died, How I Lived by Mary Crockett, which I ended up giving 3 out of 5 stars, but it's probably closer to a 2.5. This was a really disappointing read for me because the premise sounds so interesting. You have a man named Kyle who sends a text out to 5 girls, and he ends up getting a response from one of them, and she winds up dead. But personally, I don't think the story started in the right place. It started way after this girl's death, and so you never really got any thriller aspect. It was a complete romance novel for me, which, if that's not what I'm anticipating, it's not what I want. The next book was a surprise in a really amazing way, and that was This Song Will Save Your Life by Leela Sales. So I've never heard anyone talk about this book, I've never seen it anywhere, and so I wasn't really expecting too much, but I ended up giving this book 5 out of 5 stars, and I loved it so much. It was incredible. So our main character, Elise, feels like she doesn't fit in anywhere. She doesn't always have friends. She's always been the weird kid at school, and so I think this is a really amazing journey and growing up story that we learn about how Elise finds her place in the world, and I think this is a story that just really needs to be heard because ultimately everyone does have a place somewhere, and everyone should have friends and a community, and that's so important, and I just think Elise's story could help a lot of other people. And finally, between April 2nd and April 3rd, I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. So I'm currently making my way through the Chronicles of Narnia series in chronological order, meaning that I started with The Magician's Nephew, and I am now on The Horse and His Boy, but I ended up giving this a 3 out of 5 stars, which I was a little disappointed in because I think I might just be a little too old to really understand what this series is supposed to be. I know it's a lot of people's favorites, but for me, it just had so much build-up and so little action that it wasn't really interesting, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as everyone else. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you have a really amazing day. If you've read any of these books, tell me what you thought of them, and even if you haven't, tell me what you read recently. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!